Hi, I'm Amanda Midkiff, and this is the Locust Light Show, your gateway to creating potent plant magic in your everyday life. Wherever you are on your journey, I'm so glad you're here. Today, we are creating a spell for your winter solstice intentions. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are moving into winter solstice season, the time of the deepest dark, and a time when our energies are spiraling inward, pulling us toward introspection, reflection, and dreamweaving for the year to come. It's a time of year when you probably won't mind spending a cozy evening in with candles and your journal and all of your magical mischief. Today, we're doing a spell to energize and potentiate your intentions. Because this is a time of year where we are at maximum darkness, minimum daylight, it's a time of year when we often plant the seeds of what we wish for to come in the new year. It's the time when we are dream weaving, planning, thinking about our goals and our desires. There are whole books written about the exact best way to write your goals and write intentions and how to word things and all of the nuances there. For our purposes today, I'm going to assume that you already have a list of intentions written or some idea of what these goals are, and we are going to do a spell to energize them. When you set intentions for a whole year or you're planning major life shifts, it can be nice to use magic to back that up and use ritual or spell work to support that, energize it, and potentiate that, which is exactly what our spell today is all about. So to begin, you want to find yourself a comfortable place where you won't be pestered or you won't feel awkward doing magic or saying things out loud. So basically, you want to find yourself a space alone. And if you have not written your intentions for the upcoming year, take a moment to write them down. And I will say the one thing that is important about intentions is that they are specific. You want to have some specific goals for the upcoming year. So for instance, a goal like, I want to have a better relationship with my parents is a little vague, but a goal like, I would like to be able to have open conversations with my parents about these topics, or I would like to see my parents once a month comfortably. Something like that is a little bit more specific and measurable. So take some time to write your intentions down. And then, if you've written them in a notebook, for the purposes of our spell, I encourage you to write your intentions on a single sheet of paper, and maybe nice paper, something like cardstock or a piece of fancy cardboard, something that feels beautiful to you and that you would feel comfortable having on display somewhere. So sit down, write your intentions. You can open sacred space by lighting a candle. You can burn some herbs to clear the space. You could sing a song, etc. I've got your intentions. Next, you want to speak your intentions out loud. Read them from your paper and say them multiple times. And each time you say them, emphasize different aspects of them. Say them with conviction, say them with excitement, say them with pride, say them with as much energy as you can possibly pull up from within yourself. And do it a number of times, maybe even more times than you want to. Enough so that you've basically got your intentions memorized. Once you've spoken them, it's time to visualize them. So often in magic, when we're making spells, we can get caught up in all of the trappings of the crafts, the potions, the movements we're going to make, or the exact things we're going to do, or what position is the moon in, and where is Mars right now, things like that. But really, when we're making magic, what we're doing is pulling changes from the spiritual realm, the ethereal realm, into the physical realm. And, we use physical actions to do that. But also, we need to make those changes vibrationally within ourselves before we can expect them to ripple out into the world around us. This is why visualizing our intentions is extremely important. So now that you've spoken them so many times, you've got them memorized. So you want to close your eyes and go into your heart center, like inhabit the space in your heart. And you want to visualize each intention in as much detail as you can. Fully play out the scenarios of what life will feel like once your intention has manifested, once it is now your new reality. Feel the textures, smell fragrances. I like to visualize my hands doing things so that you are putting yourself in that moment. And the more intensely you can visualize the manifestation of your intentions, the more you are changing yourself. And when you change yourself in that way, you change what is possible for you. And you change the way you're inhabiting the world, which opens the gateway for your intentions to come true. Once you have visualized them, it's time to sing them. Singing is very powerful. It is also something that is nicely aligned with making plant magic. So there are many types of magic, but here at Locust Light, we are often making plant magic. And singing is one of the most effective ways to communicate with plants. So if you have a plant ally that you are working with, you can imagine yourself singing to that particular plant ally. If you don't have a specific plant ally that you are working with, you can imagine yourself singing to the plant community at large. You can imagine yourself singing to a tree that lives near your home, the rose bush that grew on your grandma's farm, something like that. You can visualize that you're singing to a certain plant. So I also like to use a rattle. If you have any sort of gentle noisemaker or a singing bowl, a drum, that can be really nice too. So this is why I told you to find a place where you're alone, because you might feel a little embarrassed to be singing and making noises where people can hear you. But when you have your intentions written down, you want to make your gentle noise and then call up in your heart mind. I like to think of it as like your heart's eye instead of your mind's eye. Call up in your heart's eye an image of the plant to whom you're singing and express your intentions to that plant. So you want to keep a nice beat for yourself and sing your intentions to the plant. And really, as you're singing them, you're inviting the plant into this new reality with you. And you are expressing yourself to the plant and, asking them to participate. Now that you have sung your heart out and taken great joy in the singing, it's time to consummate your intention. So as I said before, when we're making magic, what we're doing is drawing a spiritual change into the physical reality. And so it's nice to do a physical act to consummate them, to bring the change into the material world. And the singing and rattling or drumming is a really nice part of that. I love to consume something as that act. So, for instance, this is why I teach a lot of classes about potion making, right? Because you can go into all these levels of making a potion to help you consummate your intentions. For now, I recommend that you just choose any sort of anything that you can consume, whether that is a cup of tea made from your plant ally, whether it's a cup of water or a cup of coffee, anything that you want to consume. If you've got some sort of potion that you've made or some potion that you have made for, the new year, you can do that too. So you have sang your intentions, and now I recommend that you hold them in your heart space, and in some way you consume something. So I'm going to take a little bit of this potion. It can also be nice to, it's bitter. It can also be nice to maybe drop a few drops on your head, or you can anoint yourself. Choose any way of consummating your intentions. Now that you have consummated your intentions with some sort of potion, it's time to bask in the glory. The vibrational changes that you have made are already coming to fruition around you. So sit and enjoy. When you're ready to close the spell and close the sacred space, you can blow out your candle, you could sing another song, or you could burn a bit more herb. And there you have it, the spell for winter solstice. If you would like to go even deeper with creating your solstice intentions and doing a much more complex ritual to potentiate and energize them with a plant ally, and you would like to be supported in manifesting those intentions throughout the entire upcoming year, then check out my new program, Make It Happen, a year of manifesting with plant magic. It's a year-long journey with a ritual and daily practice for each of the seasonal holidays on the Wheel of the Year, and you'll be working very closely with one plant ally for the entire year. So there are more details about that on my website. In the meantime, I'd like to leave you with a question for reflection. What are your most potent intentions for the upcoming year? I'd love to hear them, so drop a comment below and share your magic with us. That's all for today. Please remember that the earth and the trees and the plants love you and that you belong.